Welcome back to another video. Bit weird. We're starting this one in my house. So in 80 hours and 5 minutes, I'm flying from Sydney to Hong Kong with Qantas. During summer, Qantas flies their A380 on this route. This is the only plane in the Qantas fleet that has first class. Now, what's specifically interesting about this flight is that they don't sell first class tickets. So what do they do with them? If you've got a business class ticket, you can just select one of these first class seats. Sort of. If you're a Platinum 1 Qantas member, basically you've got a lot of status, then yes, when you book your business class seat, you can select them right when you book the ticket. But everyone else doesn't get access to these first class seats until 80 hours before the flight. It's 2:12 a.m. now. My flight's at 10:15 in 3 days. Theoretically, in 3 minutes, all the seats should be released and I should be able to select one of these first class seats. This is where things started to not go to plan. I completely stuffed up the screen recording, so we don't have that. And then also, because I haven't done this before, I don't know if it's like exactly on 80 hours or what. Just change seats. It's 2:16 now, so we're within 80 hours. So it's, there's no seats still available. 2:17 now.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weak.
I think I've literally just stayed up for no reason. Whoa. Let's go. Whoa. We're on. Wow. Quick. Yes, I would do a pretty terrible job of being a reactions YouTuber. Anyway, 3 to 4 minutes after the 80-hour point, the seats became available. I wanted 5A, but I ended up settling for 5K. And look, to be honest, I probably wouldn't do this again. There was still plenty of availability the next morning. Sick. I'll cut back. We'll be in Sydney. It'll be like an hour before the flight. Let's go. Let's do some time travel. D1 to D12. Police escorts, everybody passports. Hi, what do you need to see? Passport. Hong Kong. Yeah, thanks. I'm really not rich enough to be here. Watching the first class section is like amateur celebrity spotting. That guy's definitely a basketball player. Hi, good, how are you?
Good. Passport?
Yeah.
And where are we travelling to, please?
I'm going to Hong Kong, but I have a separate ticket to Taiwan, and I'm hoping I can check the bags through. It's on Cathay.
No, unless it's all booked on the same ticket, we can't add them in anymore.
Oh, you can't anymore?
No.
I had two separate bookings that I made with Qantas points, so they were both with Qantas. The first leg was on Qantas, the second leg was on Cathay Pacific. I had a 2-hour layover in Hong Kong, and I just presumed, because they used to do this, I could just check my bags all the way through to Taipei, but no, you can't. I know a lot of other airlines do this though. I specifically did this with Japan Airlines like 6 months ago. It was 2 separate tickets, all good. Qantas though,
you can't.
Anyway, cop the random security check. They can't check my bags through. Nothing's been going right. I'm just gonna forget any of that ever happened and start the day again. Let's go eat some breakfast. I've done this lounge before, so I won't talk about it too much. Go watch my LATAM video if you want to see that. Welcome. Thank you. So this lounge definitely needs a refurbishment just in terms of the furniture. But for breakfast, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty much like a mid-tier hotel buffet breakfast. You got bacon, eggs, hash browns, and it's all pretty decent and fresh. It's gate 9. Let's go. Ooh, there she is.
Damn, boy, he's there.
Business premium economy. That's me.
I reckon it's James Buckley.
I can't tell if they're actually letting people through or not yet.
This is a business queue, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, business premium economy, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Good morning. Alright, thank you. There she is. Oh. Hi. Morning. Good, how are you?
Thank you.
Right.
Lovely. So just your second one to the right.
Thank you. Oh. Yep, this is it. Yep. Whoops. Okay, so this is ridiculous. Quite strange to be talking about an airline seat in terms of maybe square meters. I might actually be speechless. I got nothing to say. Okay, so we're lining up for takeoff now. I haven't really filmed much just because I've been like sitting here, taking it all in, I guess.
Drink it in. It always goes down smooth.
It's so strange having so little through traffic, because usually, you know, you have lots of people getting on, and then when the flow of people slows down, you know, oh, he must be getting close to takeoff. But in this case, it was like I went to my seat, no other passenger has walked past me, and then we were pushing back. It's a strange phenomenon, I guess.
Thank you for showing respect.
Okay, let's do the seat. So it's like this big recliner. You actually start out facing directly ahead for takeoff and landing, but pretty much once you take off straight away, you'll come on over, rotate across, and bam, you're pointing this direction. We've got this nice little table here for getting your drinks and stuff. That just folds down, and there's also like just your standard entertainment pocket thing going on. Got this sort of bench top, which isn't actually that big. The ones in business class are probably bigger actually. Then there's two sort of storage tubs here, which again aren't that big. For size reference, the Bose headphone carry case does not fit in this. So they're actually kind of not that useful, I guess, just small things. I've got like my wallet and like a camera in there, but that's about it. There's two of them. Both are the same size, so both are not the most useful thing in the world. And then down here there's a little well where you can stick some stuff, but again, not amazing. Definitely could have more storage. And then there's space, obviously, underneath the ottoman where you are right now, that you kind of just stick the doona and stuff. I'm not sure if you're allowed to put a bag under there during takeoff, but I just put my stuff up in the bin. You basically have a bin to yourself. 4 or 5. Yeah, there's 5 seats and 5 bins, so you have a whole overhead bin to yourself, basically. Well, actually, there's no center console bins, so if there were people sitting in the middle, they might use those bins as well, but there's nobody sitting in the middle, so go figure. It's very open on this side to the aisle. Cut out here, I don't really like it. It feels more exposed than a normal business class seat. Or not a normal business class seat, the Qantas business class, the ones upstairs, basically. If you get the window one, it feels a bit more private compared to this. The amount of actual space you have is ridiculous. I think I've made that pretty clear so far. You've got basically like a square meter of carpet, probably, in total. I mean, I'll do it for the video, but like, look. My foot is within my suite. It's actually quite a nice stretch after sitting down for so long. I guess if you like air, there's a lot of air vents too. So there's one here and one there. The seat is super comfortable. It's really nice having a ton of space, but it would be nice to see a bit more storage. Quick extra little point. It's exceptionally quiet in here. So I've got my water and an arancini ball, apparently. Yep, that's pretty good. It's not very hot though. It's cheesy. It's nice. So if I haven't made it clear yet, this is first class seat, but everything else is business class. So the service, the meals and everything will be business class. So my last 2 flights on Qantas have been from Singapore and Jakarta, and the catering was terrible. We're already off to a decent start. That was not bad. So maybe it's better when you actually fly out of Australia. We'll see what's coming for lunch. Or breakfast. It's 11:30. Okay, so the lunch has started properly now. I've got garlic focaccia and a side salad. So the butter is Australian cultured butter, churned by Pepe Saya. It smells a little bit funky, a little bit blue cheesy. Also, the salmon starter has arrived and it looks really good. Looks really, really good. That's bussin'. This salmon thing is giving me sort of a Mexican vibe. It's got like the grilled corn, almost like an avocado guacamole, and some lime, of course, so that makes it even more Mexican. I do, yeah, one more, yeah. Yeah, thanks, it's good. Okay, we got a second bit of focaccia, because you have to. Yep. So this salmon starter thing is delicious. It's very Mexican, like fresh, zesty, but the salmon is weird. Because I feel like with Mexican food, it's either going to be beef or chicken or like a white fish. not salmon. So the salmon doesn't really fit, but it's still good. I like salmon. One other thing with the business class service, what is it, the placemat, the cloth, the dining table cloth, I guess, is not big enough for the table. Which is just a bit goofy looking. Obviously, I think this is a business class cloth, but the first class table is huge. The table is so big because in first class you can dine with someone. So there's a seat, the ottoman turns into a seat, and the table's so big that you can fit 2 meals on here. Okay, the beef meat has arrived. So it's a beef fillet with roasted potatoes, braised cabbage, and mushroom butter. Considering the ridiculous thickness of this beef fillet, it's actually cooked to like a medium, and the butter is incredible. That's really making it. The potatoes, they're not like crispy or anything. I like crispy potatoes, but they're fine. If you like soggy food, you'd like them. Okay, so I've opted for a bit of dessert. It's the mango mousse with condensed milk, chantilly, and sesame seed nougatine. Some words that I'm not sure what a chantilly is. Nougatine, I'm imagining, is this thing. The mousse is ridiculous. The nougatine, though, I'm not a fan. Sesame seed, I don't know. I feel like they belong on the top of bagels, not on top of a mousse. It's a savoury snack, not a sweet snack. So I guess all around I found that pretty impressive. And the service has been crazy. They've just been like replacing my glasses, like in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm getting the vibe that it's business class, but it's the flight attendant ratio is the same as if it was first class. So the service is way better. Best Qantas flight in a while. So for this trip, I've got a new toy. Let me show you. It's a USB tester. Basically, it tells you how many watts a USB output, or how much a USB port outputs. Ever since that Finnair video where they had the USB-C that was fast charging my phone like crazy, I thought it's probably a good idea to actually quantify how many watts all these USB ports are putting out. So this suite, probably lacking a little bit in charging. There's a sort of power point and a USB point down here. Not the best spot for it. I would have preferred to see it up here somewhere, because where am I going to put my phone? I would have to run it into this pocket, but then like I couldn't charge a laptop. I guess I could. It would just become a bit of a cabling nightmare. I'm just going to plug in my power bank thing. What have we got? So if you can see that, it's 5 volt at 2 amp, so it's pulling 10 watt. So it's a 10 watt charger, which is reasonable. I think like fast charging on a phone is it 18 watt now or 20 something watt? 10 watts. It would charge your phone like fine. It's not fast charging, but it could have been a 5 watt charger, so it's okay. I'm not a fan of the position at all. Alright, so we're in the front right toilet now. It's spacious. It's not humongous. Can't spin around, but definitely roomier than your normal standard toilet. If that makes sense. This like leather toilet seat is I'm a bit suspicious. Not sure if I like that. A little bit gross, you know. But apart from that, we've got some amenities. Hand and body cream, interior aircraft cleaner, more hand and body cream, hand wash, micellar cleansing gel. That's an interesting one. Got toilet paper just sitting here. That's a little bit random. There is an amenities drawer. Just some shaving stuff. It looks probably a little bit emptier than it would usually be if this was like a real first class flight. Something tells me that would be a bit more full. Apart from that, oh yeah, and also the window. We've got a window, so you got a view while you do your business. Anyway, I'm dead tired. All right, let's put this thing into bed mode. I need the mattress pad. This is a business class mattress pad though, so it won't exactly fit. Let's go raised bed. Bed almost flat. Now I know this looks like one of those he sets up the camera and pretends to sleep shots. I genuinely just forgot that my camera was recording. So here's 40 minutes of me sleeping compressed down to under 10 seconds before my camera died. Okay, so pretty much awake now. I think I slept for maybe 2 hours, but anyway, I was checking out the screen just to see where we're at, and I realised that they've got the tail cams on the A380s, and I was like, yeah, I want to check that out. I want to see what the tail cam looks like, so here we go. How do I stop it? Like, what is that? What is going on? I guess we don't get the tail cam on this one. So, this bed is ridiculous. Truly the biggest bed I've ever been in the sky. So compared to normal business class seats, obviously this is a first class seat, but it's a business class ticket. Usually your feet go into some sort of footwell. None of that here. Basically, think about this as like a slightly smaller version of a single bed, because that is pretty much what we got. The seat, the padding, it's pretty comfortable. It's probably not quite like a real mattress. And the mattress pad that they give you from business class, at least in this case, it makes it a little bit more padded, but not much. I think the padding is probably lacking a little bit, but it's still comfortable. No complaints there. It's not like firm. It's just not like super squishy, which is how I like my beds, but you might like it. I think I've seen pictures of it. They make this up to like a full white linen bed when you actually fly first class, and it's like you get multiple pillows and stuff. Like you could just sleep for 8 hours in this easily. The only downside that I would say this has over at least the Qantas business class suites, for me personally, is that my head is looking directly out into the aisle. Yeah, I would like it to have a door or be a bit more blocked off at the top. Because even the Qantas business class seat, the ones that are near the window, because it goes aisle, window, the window ones are actually like, I'd say more private. They feel more private than this. But obviously, I would take this every day of the week. The length of the bed is completely fine for me. I'm 6 foot. You could probably be about 6'4" and still be pretty comfortable. Also, they gave us one bottle of water, right, that I finished. But I found this. There's like a drink bottle holder just behind the bed, so that when you're in sleep mode, you got like a drink bottle. This is the blue drinking water. This is what they give you when you leave Singapore. So I reckon this has been there for 2 days, because I'm a nerd, so I was checking where this plane was before I took it. It did the London to Sydney route 2 or 3 days ago, and then it's just been sitting in Sydney for a couple of days. I reckon that this has just been sitting around for 2 days. I mean, it's completely sealed. Look, I'll crack it now. But yeah, they're not exactly doing a great job at checking what's sitting around. Again, there's just so much space. I put my camera all the way over there. Look at this. Just to tell you how wide the lens is, or how not wide the lens is. I literally have to get out of my seat in order to, turn the camera off. What have we got out here? I've just been watching a movie. I was watching Dumb Money. It's about the GameStop short squeeze. But I'll quickly just say, the in-flight entertainment, it's a standard Qantas affair, and that's to say that it's very good. I think they've got a great selection of movies. Of course, I'm also Australian, so they got like some Australian TV shows that I like. I think it's actually like a really solid system. I've talked about it more in depth, I think, in the Finnair video. Yeah, I won't really talk about the content, but I will say a couple of things. Firstly, big thing, the TV is too far away to touch. It is a touchscreen, but it's just way too far away to touch. So you have to do everything through this tablet. And this controls everything. It controls the lights, window shades, there's massage features in the chair it controls. It's also your TV remote. This is probably the worst part about this suite. Look at that. In order to use the TV remote, you gotta press these buttons. Okay, so I feel like a big idiot. Look what I just found. Pop this, press this. It's a traditional remote. Open everything. Have a look before you start chatting. I guess that makes more sense. This thing's more for controlling the suite in general, like the lights and the seat, and then this is for the TV. No complaints about that now. One thing though, this thing is a solid piece of metal. It weighs like a kilogram or two. Like you could throw this at someone and it would do damage. Also, weirdly, right, the TV opens and closes. That's pretty much as far as it closes. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. If my screen is busted, or maybe, I don't know, you have to fold it in manually, I don't know. I want to do a whole lap of the plane. Like go up the front stairs, all the way along the top, back down the back stairs, and then all the way along economy to here. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but I'm gonna go try now. This didn't quite go to plan. There was this barrier here, and then a flight attendant was like, "What are you doing?" I probably could have been like, "I'm in first class, I just want to do a lap," but I just wasn't feeling that entitled. Next time when I'm flying proper first class, I'll push it a bit more. So I only made it as far as the back of upstairs. Yeah, this is about as far away from my seat as I can probably be on a plane. Yeah, it's about 6 decibels louder back here than it is down the front, downstairs. This is a premium economy toilet at the back of upstairs. There's a lot more curve to the roof. It's only a little bit smaller than the first class one. They still have hand cream and hand wash, sort of fancy ones, as well as the standard Qantas one. This is more this is more what I'm used to. There's no leather cover on the seat. I'm gonna walk back to my seat now, and then I might walk all the way back down economy just to see what that looks like. Just getting in some steps, you know. I've never had so much time to just like walk around. Or space to walk around too, I guess. This whole front section, the staircase, I'm just like walking around. It's just nice to be able to get up and just wander, I guess. It's cool. I'm sitting in the business class lounge here. These are upstairs at the front of the plane. On one side, you've got this like bench seating with tables, and on the other side, you've got more like just one big sofa bench thing. It's kind of got like a modern cafe crossed with like a jazz bar vibe about it. This is where Emirates puts their famous first class showers. I think Singapore Airlines just has really big toilets here. But yeah, Qantas decided to go with this business class lounge thing. I guess, do people generally travel alone in business class? So this is why it's not really getting used or something? Because this area is awesome. I guess I'm traveling alone and I haven't used it, so I kind of want to fly with someone now just to hang out here. Can I just walk to the back?
Once again.
Okay. Sorry, mate. I didn't complete the loop. I did see the barrier from both sides, but I got seat checked, which is a success. When I was walking back from economy, one of the flight attendants was like, "Excuse me, sir, what cabin are you in?" I was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, my seat's 5K." And he's like, oh, sorry, yeah, no, I'm just making sure you're not trying to be somewhere you're not supposed to be. Like, baby, I can be anywhere. No, fair enough. I'm not exactly dressed like a person sitting in first class, am I? Premium economy looks not too bad on this plane, actually. Business looks quite nice, obviously. It is nice. I've tried it before. Well, not that one, but I've tried the seat. But the window, I noticed the window seats have humongous storage buckets along the edge, which would be really nice, and I would appreciate that storage compared to this seat. I mean, I definitely love this seat. It's my favorite thing in the world. Hopefully one day I'll do real first class and we can compare. We can come back, take notes. I just got these from upstairs. They have a little thing with snacks in it. Yeah, let's crack them. It's just flour and sugar and butter. Of course it's got to taste good. Okay, this is apparently lounge position. And I'm going to try out the massaging feature. There's a whole bunch of different massages to select from. I'm going to go with an invigorate because I need to invigorate right now. Let's give it everything. Oh no, let's go shoulders. It's a rhythmic massage targeting trouble points across the body with pulse pressure. It's basically just vibrating my shoulders. Let's go lower back. Okay, that's just vibrating my lower back. Oh, bottom. That's just vibrating my bottom. It's rhythmic. So it like goes for like 3 seconds and then it stops. 3 seconds and then stops. Upper leg? Okay, that one's doing like the hamstring. And the lower leg is calf, but then they're pretty weak. The bottom one is definitely the strongest. Okay, basically there's just a bunch of different vibrating pads throughout the seat, and it does it in different patterns. It's just a vibrate. The bottom one is definitely the strongest. It's really giving me a jiggle. Others might enjoy this more than I do, because it's really vibrating. I'm just gonna leave it there. So prior to arrival, I went with the plant-based dining option, which is not usually what I do. It's a roast cauliflower with pearl couscous, zucchini, lemon, almond, and tahini dressing, which just sounded phenomenal. It also comes with a sweet treat. I'm not sure what it is, it doesn't say on here. I'm expecting it to be like a carrot cake, right? It looks like a carrot cake. I thought it was cold because it came out so quickly, but it's actually, I can feel some heat. Don't know why you need to know that. That is good. It's like roasted all the way through, but still keeps its structure. There's a bit of texture. It's zesty. The couscous is a little bit mushy, maybe. That would be the only critique. So I said it was mushy, but it was actually the bits of almond come back and they add a bit of crunch, so that actually brings back the texture. So all round, it's looking good. Sweet treat time. Butter, sugar, and flour. I'm gonna say it tastes good. It's pretty hard to stuff it up, really. I did ask the flight attendant about the service, and basically the deal is, downstairs they've got basically three flight attendants, 3 crew for the 14 people. Upstairs, I think they had 9 or 10 for 76. And downstairs right now, there's only 10 people sitting down here. Both like, why didn't they just tell all the platinum members to, when you're boarding, like just give them this seat? Because it's significantly better, right? But no, there's just 4 empty seats in the middle. I thought maybe it was like they were blocked out for some reason, but there isn't any reason for that. There's 10 of us down here, 3 crew. So that's why, like my drink bottle, anytime it was empty and I'd like go to the toilet, it would come back refilled. My drinks just constantly refilled. If you place anything on this little table here, like rubbish, it would get taken away within like 5 minutes. Meal services were super snappy. As soon as I finished, it was gone. And yeah, the food generally amazing. Night and day difference from last time. Brilliant flight, brilliant seat. Of course, there are problems with the seat, the lack of storage, the weird charging, but nothing's perfect, right? I have square meters of carpet. Yeah, we're coming into Hong Kong now, landing any minute, and I've got a connecting flight I'm not sure I'll make. I got a flight in 1 hour and 42 minutes. I need to get my bags. I'll check in. Now, spoiler alert, after a bit of a jog around Hong Kong airport, I did indeed make my flight. Now, just at the end here, I wanted to share a quick story about how I forever ruined my perception of travel on my first ever business class flight. I didn't grow up rich or anything. We did go on a handful of international trips, but of course, these were only ever in economy and usually the cheapest ticket. But when I was around 14 to 15-ish, I started to really get into the whole flight hacking points game stuff, and I convinced my mum to get a credit card. She started stacking some points, and around a year later, when we were going on a holiday to the UK, funnily enough, via Hong Kong, I convinced her that we should try and upgrade to business class. I don't know what in the Qantas algorithm decided us worthy, but for some reason, on the morning of the flight, we got upgraded to business class. And when I went on to select seats on the morning of the flight, there was 1 first class seat available. It was 1K. So, in my first anything other than economy flight, I ended up in a Qantas first class seat. Big thanks to my mum here too. She kind of told me to take it because she could see how sort of excited I was. Love you, mum. I think this just completely ruined me going forward. All the business class seats kind of seem not that nice after you've sat in a first class suite. I don't know what sort of butterfly effect this had for my future. Maybe I wouldn't be making these YouTube videos without that experience. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more stuff like this. Check out flightformula.com if you want to start stacking some Qantas points yourself. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.